All right. Well, good morning, folks. This is a new set of notes here. It's page 5, right at the top. Creating equations to solve. Well, to solve what? Whatever the scenario of the story problem is talking about. So let's read this together. Consecutive integer questions. What's that mean? We're talking about 1, 2, 3, ... It just keeps going. It can be negative whole numbers. It can be positive whole numbers. That's what we mean by integers, whole numbers, positive or negative. Now, consecutive means that they are back to back. Is 2 right next to 1? Is 3 right next to 2? So that's what we're talking about with these two types of story problems. This video, this part of the lesson will only be example 1 and example 2. Now, could you go ahead and put a little bit of color on this word sum? And if you've got it on the colored pencil, just go ahead and write it in that colored pencil, add, right above it. If you see the word sum in a story problem, they're talking about adding. Sum is the answer to an adding problem. So if you see sum, that means, okay, we're going to have to add. All right, that's good to know. Now, it says of 3 consecutive integers. Well, we know what consecutive integers are. It's just like this, 1, 2, 3. If I add up 1 plus 2 plus 3, what do we get? 6. Well, crud. It's supposed to be, see this little word is right here that's in green? Well, that means that they're supposed to add up and equal 132, not 6. So my 3 integers are not 1, 2, and 3. But is this 1, 2, 3 a great example of 3 consecutive integers sitting back to back? Yeah. And I'm going to say this one more time. Can our integers be a negative whole number? Yes, they really, really can. So, what I need us to do now is to take your pencil, your regular pencil, and I'd just like you to write first. What can I use to represent for the first number? How about, since it's unknown, we use the famous algebra letter that everybody talks about and dogs on social media. X. Does that sound okay? X means it's a missing number. Does that sound okay? So X. Okay. Now, how many numbers are we supposed to find? 3 consecutive integers. So I've got my first term represented. It's not found yet, but it's represented. So can you go ahead and write second right here? Can you put second right here? And hey, can you put third right here? All right. Well, I have 1, 2, 3 written right up there. You might want to put that right on your notes because it's very helpful. When we say consecutive integers, that means 1, 2, 3. Or hey, 50, 51, 52. How about this? 70, 71. Finish it for me. 72. Okay, 3 whole numbers back to back. All right, but this is very nice when we use 1, 2, 3 because that's going to help us. Hey guys, if I had to add a number to 1 to get to the next number, 2, what would I add to 1 to get to 2? What you said it. What was it? 1. Well, can I just add 1 to this X to get to my second number that I don't know what it is? Yeah. How about we just go do that? X plus what? 1. I don't know why that went green there. It's being funny. X plus 1. That's my second term. That's, well, my second number. I don't know what X is. But if I had my first number, the small one, could I add 1 to it to get my second one? I sure can. Does anybody got an idea how I can represent my third number? Yeah, how did you know to add 2? Because we'd have 1, and we've got to get it to what? 3. So 1 plus what gets us 3? 2. Now here's the problem. Does everybody see that this is supposed to equal what? 132. If you see is, did you put that in green? Put a little, well, it doesn't have to be green. Did you put it in a color and then right above it put equal sign? That means that all of this is supposed to be 2. Wait a second. What am I supposed to do with these 3 numbers? What's that word again? What's that word? Add. The sum. Add. So I need to put a plus sign, take my first number that I don't know, plus my second number that I don't know, but I know it's the first number plus 1. Right? And I'm going to add the third number in, which I don't know, but if I take the first number and add 2 to that one, I'll get the third one. hey, that looks like an equation that you guys can solve. If we solve and we get x, we won't have all the answers, but we'll have the very first number. And then I bet you could use that great brain of yours to figure the next two numbers that are above it. Let's go solve it. What's the first thing that we always do for equations? We look for parentheses. Any parentheses? Nothing. Anything that we can combine? 1x plus what? 1x plus what? What's 1x plus 1x plus 1x? Okay, so there's 3x. By the way, there's your answers right there. I'm going to move that one down, okay? What else can we combine? Plus 1 and plus what? So that would give us 3, positive. And so now if we just go, hey, minus 3, minus 3. Whew. Moving this stuff out of the way, all right? I've done it in different ways throughout the day. So go. Can I move this 3x over here just kind of closer? Because this one away. 129. Man, I don't like that doing the green thing. Divide by 3, divide by 3. X equals what? 43. That is your small one. Remember the very first number we said, what could we represent the first number with? X. But what did the problem want? 3 consecutive whole numbers that if you add them up, it equals 132. So what's the next number right after 43? 44. And what's the next number after 44? 45. And so that's the idea. This is your first number. That's the 43. But if you take the 43 and add 1 to it, you'll get 44. If you take the 43 and you add 2 to it, you'll get 45. Now, since this is a story problem, I do need you guys to just write the answer in a sentence format. How about this? The numbers are 43, 44, and 45. Period. Yes, you do need a capital letter on there. Okay? If they're going to be kind enough to write to you in a full sentence format, I want you to give me one sentence back. But it doesn't have to be anything messy. You can say, what numbers are they? Okay, the numbers are, and then you just boom, 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 period. Done. And that's all that it is. Okay? Yes, that is a requirement. How can you know if you're right? Well, you've got those calculators right there, or you've got your cell phones right there. So if I come up here and I'm like, hey, calculator, 43 plus 44 plus 45, it should equal what? 142. Did we make a mistake? So what's the answer going to be? What now? I put 55. So I'll come back through here and I'm going to say 43 plus what? 44 plus what? There we go. Now, that's actually planned because I've said it before. If you go through and you get an answer, but you're not for sure, and then you check it on your calculator, what happens if you have the right answer and then you mess up checking it on your calculator? You're walking away from a good answer. So you might want to check it twice before you go, oh, I made a mistake. You might want to check it twice. Okay? And if you're not very good at checking it, maybe you don't check it and you just go with what the first answer is, okay? But that's all we have to do. Does that kind of make sense, folks? Well, there's one more exception. It's example 2. Can we go down and look at example 2? Example 2. I need you to go get that pencil out again. Oh, there's the word sum right here. Can you go ahead and write the word add above it? And ooh, there's the word is. That means equal sign. Can we just go through there and make sure that we know that when we read these, we go, that's what it is. So sum means we're going to be adding these parts up. How many numbers we got this time? How many numbers we have this time? 4 numbers. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to very quickly sketch out 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the 4 numbers. These are like the slots that are going to be in my equation. See, here's first number, Here's the second number, third number, fourth number. The equal sign is going to be right here, isn't it? And what's it supposed to be equal to? 80. Do I have to add the first and second number up with the third number and the fourth number to equal 80? Yes or no? Notice that my plus signs are red. We're getting that from the word sum up there. It means you got to add them up. What's the word difference refer to? Add, subtract, multiply, divide. Subtract. What does the word product refer to? Multiply. How about less than? Subtraction. And then that's kind of a tricky one. You got to flip the order, and I can work with you before we get into anything like that, but you won't need it today. Hey guys, what can I represent the very first number with that I don't have a clue what it is? X. Now it says of 4 consecutive odd numbers. You will get a lot of mileage out of this trick if you take just a second and on your paper and on your notes, you put out an example of what they're talking about. Consecutive odd numbers. That'd be like 1. What's the next odd number? 3. What's the next odd number? And it just keeps going. So that's 4 consecutive odd numbers. Yes or no? All right. Your first number is unknown. But if you knew your first number, could you add something to get to the second one? What would you add? And 3 is my second number. So could I put X plus to get to my second odd number? Well, we're always going to run from the very first because I don't know what the first number is. So could I run? Let me go to black. Here's this 1 plus what gets us to 5? 4. So this is my third number right here, isn't it? So the first number plus 4, 1 plus 4 gets us 5. Could I put X plus 4 right there? You seen a pattern now? And how could I get from 1 all the way out to 7? So what can I put to represent that fourth number using X? X plus what? Give me a thumbs up if that's kind of making sense for you. Hey, you got 3 problems that are like this tonight, and then we go back to some like nice two-steppers and some other ones. That way, if you're a little rough on this, we got some other ones to kind of beef up your grade. Okay? So, now at this time, I'm going to go get my highlighter out. X plus what? X plus what? X plus X. So 1, 2, 3, 4 X's. Sweet. Now, let me go get my other highlighter out. I think this is working a little bit better. Plus 2, plus 4, and then, hey, second period, I forgot about the 6 hanging up there. I went ahead and wrote plus 6. You know, like the 2 plus 4 is 6, but what's 2 plus 4 plus 6? 12. Yeah, whoops, Mr. Tate messed that one up. So here's my plus 12. Now, a lot of times I have it to where I'm like, hey, put it underneath the first term that you used. But could we just kind of slide that one on over and have it close? Could we have this kind of close to the 4x if we wanted to? In fact, can I just go ahead and slide this on down here and just kind of get that close to my equal sign? That way it's a little bit more, I don't know, manageable. And now we can drop the equals A, B. You guys know what to do now, right? Get rid of your add, subtract number. I'm going to go ahead and throw the 4x in a little bit close. And now divide by 4. Uh-oh. Did I get it right? What do we get? 20? Oh, is it 17? It's 17. Okay. Whew. I thought I made a mistake. All right. So that is X. Do you see how this is X right here? That's my first number. So my first number is what? 17. Don't write this one down. What's my second number? See, like right here. Here's my second number. Well, it's X plus what? So that's going to be what? 19. Here's my third number. X plus what? Wait a second. Can't you just start counting up to the next odd number? What's going to be the last one? Now, how can we know if we're right? Stick these 4 into a calculator, add all 4 of them carefully, and if you get, what, 80, then you know you're right. But remember, don't fly through your checking so fast that you type in the wrong number without looking, because then you're going to go, oh, I did something wrong, when you've got the right number and you walk away from the right number. Okay, so be careful, be careful, be careful. What's the last thing we need to do to just wrap this sucker up? What's the last thing? What now? Put it into a sentence. So here we go. The integers are 17, 19, 21, and 23. Guys, I'm going to end the video right here. You know I've got time to help you with notes and questions and all that stuff. We don't have a lot of time left, but hopefully that gives you something to go with.